Peace around everyone, and welcome to your new moon, reading for Scorpio. I am going to be doing a Scorpio season, but right now these energies are just so aligned that I said, let me do the new moon first, and then I will head on over to the Scorpio season. Happy Scorpio season to all the Scorpios out there. How are y'all doing? What's going on with you guys? You know what I'm saying? Happy flight day. Happy solar return, right? Happy born day. Happy birthday. Happy everything, okay? You got the whole season, okay? Get you in the power. You got the power, all right? And boy, y'all coming in okay? So right now we got the new moon, which basically means the sun and the moon are together, okay? They're like, hey. The other one's like, hey. And like, how you doing? Like, good. How you doing? Like, fine. You know what I mean? What's around type of deal. And they're both in Scorpio, okay? And this is 2 degrees, both of them. Okay? And not only that, they are visited by Venus. Venus is also conjuncted and like, hey, what's going on over here? What y'all valuing over here? What y'all be appreciating over here? You know what I'm saying? What you doing? What you doing to get that appreciation, that love? And then Scorpio moon and Scorpio sun over here, like we are both in alignment. So right now we talking about what we need to get rid of. Okay, that's what they saying. And meanwhile, Venus is like, okay, I feel you on that, because I know when I be trying to do stuff, you know, I gotta get rid of things that and protect what, you know, what I appreciate, what I love. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, Scorpio. I get it. And we just came out of Libra season, which is a Venus sign. And right now, since the sun is still 2 degrees Scorpio, we are still feeling the Libra energy. So shout out to all the Libras out there, especially if you're born during this week and a little bit of last week. Then you are a cuspy baby. That means you are dealing with your Libra side and you are a Scorpio, okay? So look that up in your natal chart and you will see it. So anyway, so I'm going to be using the gold lyre, right? You know I had to break out the gold lyre, okay? Still some Libra energy in there. So I was like, oh, let me break her out right now. Let me get these Venus Libra cards out right now, the golden lyre card. I do have these on my Etsy site, so the link is below if you like these cards, because you know how you watching tarot card readers, you be like, ooh, where'd she get that from? And you be all in the chat and whatnot trying to figure out where the cards come from. So it's real easy, okay? You just click it and it's right there, and they're beautiful cards because they got the metallic gold on it and stuff. So anyway, let's get back to the story. So that's what's coming on. And then, you know, the neighborings are like Mercury, okay? Shout out to my Mercury people out there, which is hanging out in Libra, which is feeding a lot of that communication, trying to balance the communication, what to say, what not to say. And now we're in Scorpio season, and Libra, and Mercury moves pretty fast. So he will be showing up real soon with everybody. Like, hey y'all, what's going on over here? I heard Venus was over here. Hey Venus, what's going on? What's up, Scorp sun? What's up, Scorp moon? You know what I'm saying? And well, by that time, the moon will be in Sagittarius, but still, you know, Mercury be like, you know, they buddy with Jupiter and whatnot. So of course Mercury loud, so Mercury gonna be all between the houses talking. But anyway, because that's what Mercury do. So Mercury being in too. So, but we're in Scorpio season right now. And it's just a new moon. And if you are thinking about what you should say you say it now? Should you say it later or whatever? You know, just let it go for a moment. You know, I would let it go. Maybe, what's today? Yeah, so I would let it probably by like Sunday You know, it might be a good time. Saturday, Sunday might be by then you'll probably have an answer, or whether it's a good time to say something, you know, where more than you will know that, or just keep it to yourself because you need to work on some things. And, you know, maybe it's a attitude thing you got to work on, a mental thing you got to work on, emotional thing. But whatever it is you got to work on before you express that, go ahead and do that. It's okay to be quiet. Scorpionic energy is a very, people think they're mysterious, but no, they just stay down until it's time to come up, you know, and if you don't bother it, it's not going to bother you type thing. And it knows how to handle its emotions. Technically, I know y'all like, I know some Scorpios, I don't know, but yeah, but it's there for them to get if they're willing to improve on it. Like, they can be emotional regulators, you know, they're able to balance, you know, the emotions out and everything, and what makes sense and what not makes sense, you know. And just because they appear to be brave don't mean that they're not checking their emotions and checking other people's emotions. No, because they're water signs, so they deal, you know, with emotions. You know, if you ever been in love with a Scorpio, you know, okay, because they love deep. That means if you piss them off, they're gonna be pissed off deeply too. But the whole idea here is to stay down until you're ready to come up. You know, Scorpios, you know, that energy is very secretive. And we have to know it in Scorpio too. So it might be some past things that is coming up right now and maybe been lingering for a moment for you. And you just now, with this energy of bravery, you want to express it. You know, you want to express those dark things out. Hence Scorpio season. And I already told you, Venus is there and Mercury is ready to help you say it. You know what I'm saying? So, so with no problem. But at this point, you probably like, well, you know, maybe you value that friendship or that relationship or that job or whatever situation or circumstances that we're talking about here, and you don't want to, you know, burn any bridges or F it up in any kind of way. So you're like, should I not? Yeah, hold it. Just, I don't even know, hold it. Just kind of let it go, because it is the new moon, so you want to be new and be light about things. So just put it on, you know, put it on the shelf, or what they say, or put it on the back burner or something, and just, or in the freezer, depending on how hot or cold. So if you're hot, you may need to put it in the freezer to cool it down. If it's too cold, you may need to, you know, warm it up a little bit, loosen it up, right? So you can be working that out over the past next 5 days or something like that, you know, 4 to 5 days. And then by that time, you should be stable enough and well aware of the situation to know how to do it. And this is without thinking. This is just you going about your day like, whatever, because it's bothering you. Just let it sit for a minute. You know, take it off your back, sit it down, walk away from it, do other things, you know, and then just based on what you're doing on a daily basis without thinking about it or feeling about it, you'll get the answer. It'll be like, oh, okay. Yep, this is the, yep. But wait, because the new moon is here and it is, you know, conjunct to the sun. So just hold up a little, because Scorpio energy is nothing to be played with, okay? You can get burned, stung, put to death, all that kind of stuff. And speaking of put to death, let's talk about what these cards are for. I'm always talking about the alignments and things, but that's important, right? So that's actually more important than the cards. The cards just add, you know, color, flavor, an image, you know, it's easy to get across when you see a picture, when you're dealing with, you know, humans and stuff like that. You think, right, and it carries its own energy too, so it can, you know, be like a little, you know, sprinkles and stuff. Everything's already set, but it just adds a little, you know, type of thing to it. So anyway, so here's the reading. The reading is about dead dad to birth this. So dead dad to birth this. Hold on, I'm just going to, okay, a card just popped out before I started, so I just want to get a pre of what's going on. Okay, so just oh gosh, I should have just let y'all see it. God dang it. Hold on a second. Y'all know I'm Mercurial. I'll be moving fast sometimes, and then it'd be like, nope, stop right there. But anyway, so I don't waste time, because I don't want to cut this video into a part 2. But soon, hopefully soon, I can go live. I haven't even looked up what the number of people that got subscribed or whatever to get it. But when I do, that's when I'll start going live, because then, you know, nothing won't get cut off. All right, so this card came out, and when you do like any kind of energy work or whatever, you really have to acknowledge things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to skip this because Mercury, I had to see. You know what I'm saying? I had to see. So this is just a pre-card that came out. I wanted to show to all of y'all, no matter what zodiac sign, is the Strength card, the number 8. And how ironic, because Scorpio is in the 8th house, or came out of the 8th house. Okay, so Strength. So whatever comes out with what you need to dead in order to birth, you know what I mean? Just keep in the back of your mind that the bottom underlying layer is half strength. Half strength, and within time, you will see, you know, how far you have come. You will see your strength, but just know now to have strength. Know that you have strength. Gain some strength, some courage. Even if you don't, tell yourself every day. Put that in your affirmations and your mantras that you are strength. You know what I mean? You can do this. You can continue what's about to happen when you have to dead something. Okay? So this reading might get a little tough for some people, because with that Strength card, you might have to, you know, not be so emotional. Not emotional, but don't be so bit up about what I'm gonna say about your card, you know, what you have to dead, you know, because when you have to kill something, sometimes killing things could be like, you know, emotional. Think about people who have to put their pets to sleep and stuff like that, but they had to do a Libra thing, right? They had to balance, okay, the benefits, okay, and, you know, the non-benefits, you know, is this more helpful or this is more harmful? And they have to think about everybody, not only the pet, but themselves, the family, if they don't have relatives in the house. The neighbors might be in love with their animal. Well, you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So that's just the bottom line of that. So we're gonna start with Scorpios first, because everybody's in Scorpio right now. You know, it's like a party in the Scorpio. There's a party in the 8th house right now. So it must be a lot of strength going on with the moon being there, the sun being there, the North Node being there, and Venus being there, and Mercury is about to slide up in there as well. So dead that to birth this. All right, have a wonderful day and night. Just around Pisces, Sun, and Ascendants. This is your tarot card reading for the new moon in Scorpio during Scorpio seasons. All right, so this tarot card reading is about deading something. Dead that. All right, so you got the Temperance card, number 14, and you're gonna have to dead excessiveness in order to birth balance, okay? Because the Temperance is all about balance, all right? So if you can see it clearly, I believe you'll be able to see something coming from her head down, and that's water coming from her head, excuse me, down into a cup. That takes practice to do that. You know, that takes patience to do that. That takes, you know, making a whole lot of mistakes, you know. That takes moderation. How much water should stream out, you know. Anytime you're trying to anytime you're working on perfecting something, you know, there's going to be some bumps along the way, but the goal is to keep going, because there's a purpose of it, which is called realignment. You know what I'm saying? Aligning oneself to, you know, yourself. And that might have to deal with some self-healing that you have to do or whatever, but you have to dead the excessiveness that's going on. And you can pinpoint what in your life is that excessiveness. And it could be a person, place, or thing, a habit, it could be anything. Temperance integrates the virtue held between two vessels, okay? And that's you and whatever you're relating to, right? This transformation is repetitive fluctuation of structure and balance. Many integrations must occur to transcend limitations, and this is the season of Scorpio during the Scorpio new moon, is what this is all about. The Phoenix rising is the Scorpio sign, okay? So you want to transform any limitations that you have on not being able to balance. this is the work of purification. It's an angelic archetype, hence the wings that she has there. When you receive downloads, you begin to integrate and restore information that you didn't understand was subconscious. This illumination of knowledge restores balance and continues to redirect your path. So during this time, Pisces, in order to birth the balance in your life, where you can see, all the gifts and opportunities that comes within you and your external environment because of your balance, you're going to have to get rid of some things, okay? And the beginning of this reading was about strength, having strength. And that was for everybody, regardless of what was going on. Just having strength to handle whatever you have to get rid of. And you have Pluto at home in your sign, okay? And, when you're comfortable and at home, you don't want to, see, it's like you're not even worrying about, you're just real comfortable about situations. But have the strength to know what you're doing that's overboard, and if you balance it out, your life will be way much better. You will be in that situation, you will become the Phoenix rising, handling your excessiveness to realignment. Have a wonderful day and night. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Neptune during this new moon in Scorpio.